Welcome back to another episode of Take It With a Grain of Sand. Alright, here we are.
Yes.
Your hosts, Mickey P.
And Ricky B.
We are here today. And I just want to say right up top, I have an idea.
Okay, what is it?
I have an idea to send out to one of my favorite singers, Harry Styles. Harry Styles has it all, right?
Yes.
He's so talented. He's a talented singer. He's a talented actor. He's handsome. What's not to love about Harry Styles? I've got an idea that comes from an episode. This is inspired by an episode of Family Guy I saw, where Peter goes to the barber shop, and the barber shop is called Harry Styles.
Yes.
Very funny. Alright, that's hilarious. That's a great joke. I think Harry Styles should have a hair care line. What if he had a line of hair care products? He had shampoos, conditioners, gels, mousse, hairspray, combs, brushes, hair dye, hair bleach, whatever. Just a whole line of hair care products called Harry Styles, spelled hair, like hair. Harry.
Oh. I don't think you know about that.
I think it would be a great idea, and he could make a lot of money. And he wouldn't even have to run it. He could focus on his music and his acting, and someone else could run it, and he could just make a bunch of money.
Sounds like a pun.
Yes, it's a pun, Ricky. Can you keep up? Keep up!
Harry
Styles, that's a pun. That's the whole joke.
Ugh.
So he should have a hair care brand.
Okay.
Harry Styles.
Alright.
And Harry, I ask for nothing in return for this idea, except maybe if you could just take me to Olive Garden. Come on, that's nothing. He's gonna make millions. That's a reasonable offer. I just want a fettuccine Alfredo. If Harry could just sit with me and I just eat a fettuccine Alfredo, maybe we split a cheesecake.
Oh, wow.
Is that unreasonable? This is gonna cost him $100 max for the whole meal. He can have whatever. The whole meal, it's not gonna be more than $100. My idea is gonna make him millions. Because all his screaming, adoring fans are gonna buy his hair care line, whether it's good or not.
Yeah, that is probably true.
So, Harry, if you're out there and you're listening and you like the idea, just let me know and you can take it to Olive Garden and then you can make your hair care line.
Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's just introduce the segments for today.
Alright, what are we talking about, Ricky?
Okay, we got 3 things. 1, we got some celebrity news. 2, a little bit of a story time from the past. And 3, our own ideas of GTA 6.
That's right, keep listening.
So, without further ado, let's get started with the first segment. Okay, so for this segment, we're going to actually do something a little bit different. We're actually going to be talking about video games.
That's not different. Didn't we do that last week?
Well, I'm getting to that.
Alright,
okay,
go ahead.
Because for the first episode, or for like a really recent episode of Season 2, we talked about the PS2. But
PS5.
I don't know why I said PS2. But any case, maybe. That got me an idea. Because recently, GTA 6 was leaked to the public.
Mm-hmm.
And this leak was very big. Because at the time, we didn't really think that Rockstar was actually in progress with GTA 6 after GTA 5 was released for the 3rd time.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. They just keep re-releasing the same game every year.
And I have seen a little bit of gameplay of it. But for what we're about to talk about, this is only our ideas of what the game's really going to be. And
And man, do we have some ideas?
yeah, I have some ideas. So like
Let,
2 years ago,
let's get into it.
yes.
Ricky P, what is something you really want to see from GTA 6?
What I definitely want to see is, well, before I get to the gameplay, what I actually want to see is like a very serious story. Like no lightheartedness, like GTA 4 types of seriousness. Because GTA 5, while it does have a really good story, it's not really, I say, sticks with you. It does not really, doesn't really hit the emotions. Only into like the latter
Mm.
half, like prologue and like the latter half, the whole story arc. That's emotion.
Oh yeah, with they faked the guy's death.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to put into actual context, this is actually prologue, which takes place in 2004, which is 9 years before the main game,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, when
it's
you first load up the
yeah,
game,
yes,
you're already dropped into this story, and you're robbing a bank.
and it was with the three. It was Michael, who was M, Trevor, who was T, and then this third guy, Brad,
Hmm.
and it was just a generic like bank robbing. They had to actually get a show off when the cops drive away. What actually ends up happening right after they're actually walking to after the train and get into an accident, they got out of the car, supposed to meet up with a chopper. And then it was a sniper, which if you later figure out the game, a little bit of a spoiler, it turns out that that guy was Dave Norton, who was an FIB agent. And they ended up shooting. Well, he was supposed to shoot Trevor, but then he ended up but then Brad ended up getting walking in front of Trevor, and then ended up getting shot. And then Brad dies, even though he wasn't supposed to die. And then
Hmm.
to improvise, Dave shoots Michael, and Trevor actually sees Michael, thinks that he's dying, but it turns out Michael was wearing a bulletproof vest. And then afterwards, after Trevor gets away, there was a funeral that took place for Michael Townley. But it actually, near the end, before the logo appears, you actually see a guy who's actually walks up, smokes a cigarette. It turns out it was Michael.
Yeah, he
Mike,
showed up
yeah,
to his own funeral.
but he was like in the
That's
back.
hard.
Yeah, that's the background. Michael Townley is dead, and he ended
But
up changing his name to Michael
Michael
DeSanta.
DeSanta is now born.
Yes.
And he's got to change the name for his whole family, his two kids and his wife. They're all the DeSantis. But I think we're getting way too much into the story of GTA 5. We're talking about GTA 6.
Well, I actually add some context.
Yeah, Michael. I already said that. Michael faked his death. He made everyone think that he was dead and Brad was alive. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and that was a really tragic moment, especially with the mission ready to hatch it. But but
Yes.
listen, I'm not going to really get into that. What I'm going to get into is that there was a serious story with that, but with like GTA 4, that's something. This step is probably going to be taking like an hour to actually get through the entire story. But in my opinion, I gotta really say that GTA 4 story was way better than GTA 5. Like, it just needs to have a very surreal, very serious tone to it.
You think we should have multiple characters, multiple
Yeah,
protagonists?
yeah, I think we should.
Because I think that that was really a really cool part of GTA 5 is that you could switch between protagonists.
Yeah. Even though the concept wasn't really new for GTA 5. Well, for like a single return anyway, because 4 had its own separate DLCs. It was like two DLCs with two new protagonists. And
Yeah, but that's DLCs. I'm talking about the main game.
yes, yeah, I know. So like having like multiple characters, it's been a staple, and I would definitely really like to see in this new game.
I would like to see. I heard something about them being Hispanic or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know what the details are, but I would like to see multiple protagonists again in the story mode. My ideas. One, the biggest thing, I've been thinking about this for years, ever since I started playing GTA. I want to see real cars with their real logos. That's what I want, not the made up names. They look like cars from real life, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them look like cars from real life, but then they've got made up names that only exist in GTA. I want to see real cars with their real logos. I want to see real Bugattis. I want to see real Lamborghinis. I want to see Ford, Chevrolet, everything. I want it real.
Yeah, but that's just kind of defeats the purpose of a GTA series. It's more or less a parody of
I
real
know it's
life.
a parody, and like the FBI is the FIB. It's the same letters, but the same words, the same acronym. They switched it around. Federal Investigation Bureau. Like I get it, but why can't it be the real thing? That would be so much more immersive.
Mm. I mean, I can see it, but at the
That
same
would be
time,
so sick,
yeah, it would be cool.
and you wouldn't have to memorize new names. It's so hard to remember the made up names.
Yeah.
And that makes it hard to look for a specific car you're trying to find. Because first you got to figure out what they're talking about. If it had the real logos and it said Mercedes, you're looking for a Mercedes. Well, you
Yes.
know what the Mercedes emblem looks like. You can find it.
Yes.
That would be easier.
Hmm.
I think that would be so cool if they were able to use real, like if maybe car manufacturers partnered with them as like advertising. And
Yeah,
then they were able to use their real logos and
I
names.
think it will really cost a lot of money.
It probably would, but I think they have the budget for it. I bet they do. I bet that they could make it work. And if they use it as advertising, they don't really have to pay. The companies will pay them to be in the game.
All right.
So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I want I want all real stuff, not just the cars either. Like I want there's a chocolate bar in the game called Meteorites or Meteoros or something like that. Why can't we have a real Hershey bar or a real Snickers? That's what I want to see in the game. I want everything to be just like real life, real brands.
You know what? Now that I actually think about it, the only thing that isn't parody in the GTA games, uh, I think it was started from like Vice City, was actually the music. Because
Yeah,
the music on the radio is actually
that's
music you hear
real
in
music.
real life. They ain't
Some
parodied
of
it.
some of it is just GTA music.
No?
Some of it is made for GTA, but a lot of it is real songs,
Yes.
and I think that that is so cool. Um, there's actually a song on the hip hop station that goes, "Hop in a Bentley like G no what like GTA. I hop in the Bentley.
Oh.
GTA when I hop in a Bentley." Or something like that. I was like, whoa, this is like fourth wall.
Yes.
The guy's talking about GTA, and then he's saying a real car name. And there's not a Bentley, the quote unquote Bentley in GTA. It's crazy. I love how it's real music. I want real brands. I don't want an iFruit phone. I want a real iPhone in the game. I want real MacBooks instead of those things with the fruit on it.
And so, do you want the social media app from Life Invader to Facebook?
Facebook. I want it to be Instagram. Yeah,
Or,
forget Life Invader.
yeah.
Although that's a funny name
Yes,
for it.
it is. Yes, it is.
That is a funny name for it, but I think it would be really cool if it was a real social media, something that people actually use. I think that that would be cool. I want everything real. Then it's like, what's real? You know, when the people say like video games are bad for your brain because people can't tell what's real and what's a game.
Yeah.
What if this was What if GTA 6 was such an immersive experience you really could not tell? You play it for so long, it's like it's real life. And then you go out into real life and it's like it's the game. How crazy would that be? Like, I was also one of my other ideas. I don't think anyone else would like this, but like, what if the cars ran out of gas? What
No,
if you actually had to check the gas
no,
gauge, and stop for gas?
no, that's too
There's
realistic.
already gas stations in the game.
Yeah,
What if you actually had to go pump gas?
no, that's way too realistic.
I want it so realistic it hurts. I want everything realistic. I want you to have a hunger meter and
But
you've got to go to the restaurant and get something to eat.
oh yeah, they did have a hunger meter. It was in San Andreas.
Oh, well, GTA 5 doesn't have a hunger meter. I want a hunger meter. I want a bathroom meter where you got to go pee. When the meter fills up, that's the one you want to be empty. You want the hunger meter full. And when it gets empty, you got to eat. When your bladder meter is full, that's when you have to pee.
What about during a mission?
You gotta pee at the mission. I mean, in real life, if that happened, you'd still have to pee. If you were in the FBI in real life, you'd still have a bladder meter, right?
Yeah, but this is not real life. This is a video game. We are in a video game.
I want it realistic. I want better NPC interactions, more realistic.
Uh, or like a realistic traffic.
Realistic traffic. I want so many ideas. I want people to be stopping at red lights. I want bonus something bonus if you follow the traffic laws in
Oh,
free mode.
those bonuses where you actually get paid. Well,
Yeah, get paid in GTA dollars for stopping at red lights and stuff and for not killing pedestrians.
oh, they did have like a paid bonus for like if you actually stop a criminal in Vice City.
I think they have that in GTA 5.
Yeah, yeah. Did
You can I mean you can stop a crime and you might get some money.
I mean, you don't.
But
I mean, you don't really give it back.
they might pay you. Sometimes they pay you, sometimes they don't if you bring the money back.
Hmm.
But you can keep it. But sometimes they'll actually pay you more than what you would have gotten if you kept it. But sometimes you don't get anything. It's like a gamble.
Okay.
But yeah, that would be cool. I want more missions. And also, like, I feel like there should be single player missions. Because, like, the thing that sucks the most is that you have to have a certain number of people for everything. All the heists, you have to have more people. All, like, most of the missions you can't do by yourself. So if you don't have friends in GTA, you gotta hop in there with randos. That's no good. Sometimes randos don't even want to play. Like, you just hop into a random lobby. People don't want to play what you're trying to do because they're doing something else. So it can be really difficult to accomplish your heists. What if they had some single player heists? So you can do it by yourself and still have fun.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's a really good thing to actually bring this up because this is the one thing I don't like about Rockstar. It's the fact that there's just no single player DLC. Like there was like about to be like single player DLC for GTA 5 and that ended up getting canceled only because Rockstar only shifted their focus onto online.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
because that makes them a lot of money.
yeah, it makes them a lot of money,
Microtransactions.
but it's just like single player content is just being just washed away. And
Mm-hmm.
again, compared to like GTA 4, they had an entire story arcs, different characters.
But there was no online.
Oh yeah, there was online in GTA 4.
There was.
Yeah, there was an
I thought the
online.
very first one was on GTA 5 because they just call it GTA Online like there's nothing else.
No. GTA 4 had it online, and it had DLC. It's just a way to just expand the stories of the characters. And
Why? Let me circle back for a second. Why do you think it's crazy to have to monitor a gas gauge, but you have to monitor your ammo and go buy more?
yeah, well,
What's the
that's
difference?
it's just it's like a bigger aspect of the game. You get ammo, you have to buy ammo, but for like a
You get
gas station.
gas, you gotta buy gas.
But I think it's just actually more annoying just to actually
It's
worry
just
about
like
a car and
real life.
gas.
It's like real life. In the game, you gotta pay rent.
Okay. Oh,
There's just normal things. There's normal things you have to do that happen in real life that aren't good. I mean, it rains in GTA 5. What's up with that?
it rains in any other GTA game.
But it doesn't have to. It seems like they're not trying to make the game a fantasy. It's like they're trying to make it realistic. Right? I mean, they don't have to make it rain. They chose to make it rain occasionally. And I think they wanted it to be more realistic. And I think in GTA 6, we're going to see way more realism. That's my prediction. That's not just what I want. I believe we're going to get more realism.
Okay.
And I think it's going to start with obviously much better graphics, but other minute details like the gas gauge, and I think a lot of other things, little details, are going to be very much more realistic. Interactions with NPCs, I think, will be more realistic. I don't think they're going to get all mad all the time. I don't think when they run away, it's going to look so ridiculous. Looks pretty ridiculous in GTA 5. But yeah, let's wrap up the segment with how much we're looking forward to it.
I mean, I am really looking forward to it because it's actually now confirmed to be taking place in Vice City. So Vice City is also going to have an HD version of its world.
And that's really exciting. I can't wait. I don't know when I'm actually going to get to play it because I don't have a PS5. So I don't know when I'll get to play GTA 6 after it comes out, but I can't wait to see the gameplay of people that get it
Yes.
and see what it's all about, see what kind of things, see how much we're right about it.
Yeah.
What we got right, what we got wrong, what they did right and wrong as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you guys for listening to us talking about GTA 6.
All right.
I think it's about time, Ricky P, that we have a story time to tell our audience about a little bit more about us and our upbringing.
Okay.
I have prepared a little tale for you all today that I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of fun. We got something to learn from it. And I think the audience will enjoy it.
Okay, well, what's it about?
The year is 2003. All right? I was 4 years old. Ricky P was 2 and had learned to walk very recently. And one evening, the two of us were out with our mother and we came back home. This is where it gets good. All right, we both of us I was bigger, so I was faster, and I got to the door first as our mother was locking up the car. So I stood there and I did something I had seen in cartoons. I put my little 4-year-old toddler self foot out as my brother was walking up. I in an effort, not in an effort, but like as a joke to trip him. I wasn't trying to trip him, but then he came up. Ricky, you walked up over my foot and you tripped and you fell. You caught yourself on your little baby hands, though. You didn't hit your head or anything. You were fine. But man, did I get reprimanded for it because our mother saw the whole thing. Ricky B, what's wrong with you? I did it so far in advance. I did not put my foot out at the last second. All right? I did it when he still had several steps to go. I thought he could see my foot and walk around it. What happened, Ricky P? Why did you trip?
I don't remember this.
You tripped over my foot. You had time. It was just supposed to be a joke that I saw in the cartoons. But I thought you were going to walk around it. You weren't looking 2 steps ahead?
I don't know.
Come
Yes.
on, Ricky P. What's your reaction to this story since you don't remember?
I don't know what to say.
Come on, the last segment, you were all talk. I tripped you.
And what am I supposed to say about it?
I overestimated your intelligence.
Again, I don't know what to say.
Isn't it funny though?
Kind of not. Kind of is. Kind of isn't. I'm kind of in the neutral part.
Audience, let me know what you think about this story. What did you do to your siblings when you were too young to really understand what you were doing? Well, what kind of bad stuff did you do? Did you put ants in their pants or something? I don't know.
What ants in their pants?
I don't know. What did y'all do as children when you were with your siblings? And did you ever trip them thinking that they would walk around it?
So, let's get into celebrity news.
Yeah, no, new segment. We're just gonna talk about celebrities, and that's it.
Yes.
So, first celebrity up for today.
Yay.
Yay, formerly known as Mr. Kanye West.
AKA the guy that is probably ruining his career right now.
Probably his career is going right down the drain. With his reputation is going down. His public image is very bad right now.
Yes.
He's hated.
Yeah, especially what he said.
He was once loved. He
Yeah.
was once loved by so many. I heard, before we get into the details, I saw online that there's a tattoo shop in London that's doing tattoo removal shop that's doing free Kanye removals. You got a Kanye tattoo, you can go to this place and have it removed for free. That's how bad things have gotten with Kanye. If that doesn't tell you enough, then let's get into the details.
Oh.
Let's start with the fact that he changed his name to Ye.
Yeah, instead of Yeezy.
He shouldn't have changed it at all. Kanye is a fine name.
Yeah, it is.
But he changed it to just Y-E. Ye. Ridiculous. And then he started tweeting. You guys must have heard about it by now. He tweeted anti-Semitic comments. Very unfortunate. And very hurtful. Because it's very damaging to the community because a lot of young people look up to him.
Yes.
They listen to what he says. So he's really perpetuating hate in the community, in the world. A lot of people listen to him, and a lot of young impressionable people listen to him, and he's perpetuating hate, and he's spreading just an awful message, and it's truly unfortunate. We can't remember when he said that slavery was a choice.
Oh, that was 4 years ago, and I
He
still remember
said
that.
slavery was a choice. He's been saying crazy stuff for a long time. Now he's making anti-Semitic comments, and he so with that, and that cost him a lot of money. He
Yes.
had a lot of brand deals, including his very lucrative deal with Adidas for his Yeezys that
Yes.
has now been terminated. So if you don't have a pair of Adidas Yeezys yet, well, the price has gone up because they're no longer being made.
And that's not even the worst part. Because there is something that's far worse.
What could be worse than anti-Semitic comments?
Well, the fact that he actually said, well, I'm not really, I can't really just sugarcoat this. He talked about Hitler
He did.
and how Hitler was probably not that bad of a guy.
Yeah, that was the worst one of his comments. He said a lot of things about Jews, but he said Hitler probably wasn't that bad of a guy. I mean, something's wrong with Kanye.
Yeah, he lost his mind.
Fully, and it seemed like he was crazy enough before. Like, I mean, the ego on that guy is insane. He goes around calling himself a genius.
It,
That's crazy.
and even more crazy was during that interview, he had covered his face with some sort of black mask.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I don't, but I've never really liked his music personally. I'm not a big fan, and I think that's for good reason. He's not a good guy. And I've said on a previous episode that I like my music to come from people that seem like good people.
Yes.
And Kanye has just never seemed like a good guy to me, and it makes it really hard for me to listen to his music. So, all of this, from my point of view, is coming from someone that's not even really a fan, so I'm a little bit more objective when I say that I don't think Kanye is a good guy and he's saying some really bad stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I listened to some of his music. Some of his music is not bad, but I wasn't really that big of a fan.
That's not true. You love Kanye.
No,
They're always saying Kanye this, Kanye that.
that's only because I got obsessed with one song on his album. Well, his recent album, Donda, was released about a year ago.
You love Kanye.
No, I don't. I'm not a fan of Kanye.
And his anti-Semitic comments. Oh, you're gonna get canceled, Ricky P.
Never said I was a fan.
You love him.
I just said I like some of his music,
Jesus.
but I didn't say I was a fan. Fan of someone else.
All right, fine. What's final thoughts on Kanye? Things are not going well, but look, it's not all bad. Kim took him back.
For some reason.
Kim Kardashian took him back, and I just don't see what she sees in him, especially at this point. I think she could do better.
Yes. Still be with Pete Davidson.
Well, I don't know about that, but what I think is that, I mean, after all he said, I just don't see why she would take him back. And now things aren't so bad for him, but I think things should stay bad for him after what he said. He should not be rewarded by getting to be with Kim Kardashian. I don't think she should have taken him back, and I'm sure it had something to do with their kids. Because, they'll always be linked because they have kids together. But I just don't think that she should have taken him back. He needs to lose all his money, and he needs to be alone, and he needs to hit rock bottom so that he can finally get some help.
Which
He needs help.
Which at this point, if he hasn't gotten any help, then he's never going to get any help.
I don't think that that's true. I think he'll get help eventually. Maybe.
Unless
I think it's possible.
unless he sees the error of his ways.
I think that would happen if he would hit rock bottom. But now Kim's gonna take care of him. He needs to be alone.
And especially those stands.
Yeah, That people defend him no matter what?
Yeah.
I'm sick of that.
Yeah.
I mean, what does the guy need to do to lose your loyalty? He made anti Semitic comments. Who does that? What is this, 1943 Nazi Germany?
Apparently, Kanye said yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, basically, because, like, who says these things out loud in public? Like, you're gonna tweet out hateful, like, hate speech? He needs to go. He needs help. He needs some. I don't know what he needs. I don't care. I just don't want him to be in the public eye, influencing the youth.
Yes.
All right, let's get on to another celebrity.
Okay. Well, how about Elon Musk?
Let's talk about Elon Musk, because man, oh man, is that a complicated guy. I mean, he bought Tesla a long time. Well, the first thing he bought was PayPal back in the day. He purchased PayPal. That made him a lot of money. I don't know how he made the original money. I don't. But I know he owns PayPal. That made him a lot of money. Then he bought Tesla. That made him a lot of money. Then he started SpaceX. And most recently, he bought Twitter.
Yeah, I know about that.
He purchased Twitter, and man, oh man, is it bad now.
I mean, Twitter was already bad, but
It worked. It worked.
I
And the changes that he's making is just making it really bad. Let's talk about Twitter Blue. Twitter Blue is how you get how you get verified now on Twitter. You have to pay for verification. And Twitter Blue subscribers get the little blue check mark. And he's saying that that's how you'll be advertised. Or whatever. I don't know how it works. I just know that you don't actually have to be the person that you're saying you are in order to be verified with that account.
Oh.
It could be anyone. All you have to do is pay money. And then you can say you're anyone and you'll be verified. And there's no way to prove otherwise.
Well, I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
That's how it's working on Twitter right now. He's also reinstated a lot of banned accounts.
So, the people who were saying bad stuff got reinstated.
Elon is saying that now he wants Twitter to be a place of free speech. You should not be banned for saying anything, but the joke that's going around right now is that he is banning people. He's banning people that make jokes about him. Isn't that hilarious? You can say anything about anything ever now, according to Elon, unless you're saying something negative and making jokes about him. Then his itty bitty witty feelings get hurt. They get hurt, Ricky. And he bans you. That's what Elon's doing.
So that seems egotistical.
It's egotistical and it's hypocritical.
Yes.
You're gonna say you want free speech and then ban people just because they're saying something you don't like.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely ridiculous, and that's what he's up to with his millions or billions. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, he is.
And that's what he's doing. He decided he didn't like how Twitter was going, and it's so much. It wasn't great. It could have been better before. He's making it worse. He's not making it better. He could have just left it alone and not bought it. But now he's got to make all these changes because the things he did is costing money. And then he also fired a lot of people that worked there, that worked at Twitter. And then he's trying to hire them back because then he realized that they are needed. He thought a bunch of people were unneeded, and now he's trying to get some of them back because he's realizing he can't do it.
I wouldn't really take the job back at that point.
I probably wouldn't either. And with being an executive at Twitter on your resume, you could work anywhere.
Yes.
So I would take myself elsewhere and leave Elon floundering.
Yeah.
That's his problem. He's living in a hell of his own creation, where he purchased this thing and it's just hemorrhaging money, and he just can't seem to recuperate the losses. I think Twitter's just going to go under, and it's going to be all Elon's fault.
And it's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time, for sure. And that, you know what? Next time we're going to talk about something more positive. We're going to do some positive celebrity news. This episode's celebrity news was pretty negative. Both celebrities are doing bad things.
Yes, they are.
But that's what you hear about in the news. It's always all bad things. So it's hard to find, that's why we do our funny news segment. To find things in the news that aren't bad. Like, they're not necessarily bad, but funny sometimes.
Yes.
But it's hard to find celebrities doing, that doesn't really get reported. Like, celebrities donating to charity or something. You don't really hear about that. They do it, but you don't hear about it.
No, of course not.
So, yeah, I think that does it for the celebrity news segment.
Great. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Take It With a Grain of Sand. Hope to see you again soon. And always remember to take
it with a grain of sand!
Yeah, what she